Dreamscape presents Forgotten Gods by S.T. Branton, C.M. Raymond, and L.E. Barbant. Narrated by Holly Adams. Prologue. A labyrinth of gleaming hallways stretched before Marcus, twisting and turning to 1,000 ends. To the uninitiated, it might have looked daunting, but for those who had dwelled in the honeyed hills of Carcerum since its conception, the palace of Cronin, hero king of the gods, was as familiar as home. That was, after all, what he had meant it to be. A new home for an old, old people. Things had not quite turned out that way. Marcus took the next turn so fast that the soles of his boots slipped on the ever-polished floor. He dug the tip of his spear down into the surface, using it as a fulcrum to launch himself forward with even greater speed. The spear left a gouge in the soft gold that in days past would have been swiftly mended. Now it hardly mattered, because Carcerum would likely be empty soon. The Centurion had a dreadful suspicion that he was already too late. The door to Cronin's royal chamber lay at the end of a long corridor, its ceiling vaulting into crisscrossed shadows. The torches ensconced on the walls were out, except for the two at the very end, and yet he could see the shapes of guards standing sentinel before the towering door. For a moment, Marcus felt a flicker of hope. But the moment passed, as he saw that the guards were not Cronins, but rather the twisted creations of an evil mind. His fears all but confirmed, Marcus fell back on the hardened instincts of former glory. Gripping tightly to the shaft of his spear, he raised the weapon and charged forward. A battle cry erupted from the warrior's lungs. If this was to be his last great stand, he was going to make it in style. The pale creatures steeled themselves. Their swords met over the doorway, blade to blade. The challenge was clear, but Marcus did not stop or even slow his advance. He had fought and killed greater beings than these. Marcus darted in like lightning, dodging their gleaming sharp swords. 2 quick thrusts of his spear pierced the creatures' hearts, and their bloodless armor clattered to the floor. Pallid skin on gaunt faces faded into the realm beyond, but the old Roman soldier hardly took notice. Of course, his great foe had already been through here. These corrupted souls were not protecting Marcus as king, but keeping aid from reaching him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?